So I love not making a video for about 3 weeks, and I love when I first get up in the morning, I see something bad, and not making a video for 3 weeks, I gotta talk about this bad news. Hey everybody, Boy here, welcome back to another video. I don't know, I'm wandering around with the camera and shaking and everything like this, but yes, I just got up this morning, and it's like maybe 10:30, maybe a little after 10:30, I don't know, and I came across first thing this morning that actress Hayden Panettiere passed away at 36, and the reason for that is, don't know. I have no idea. I don't know if she was depressed, if she overdosed, if she was killed or something. I know that she was in an abusive relationship years ago or something like that, and this was just one of the things that, holy shit, I was not expecting this to happen anytime soon. You know, like I said, Hayden Panettiere is really young. Her brother Jason just passed away a few years ago. I think he was just maybe 30, if that. It literally blows my mind. I gotta set this camera down. It literally blows my mind that happened. It was something that I was not expecting to happen, and when I saw it this morning, I thought, this has got to be a joke. And then, nope, no joke. News outlets posted it, local news posted it, my mom tagged me into it. I posted the community tab or anything like this, and it's just like, oh my god, that is ridiculous. Something I was not expecting. You know, you don't expect young people to pass away majority of the time and everything like that, but still, it's really, really heartbreaking for that to happen. If you've been on this channel, if you've been a friend of mine for this channel or known me in the past for a very, very long time, one of my favorite movies when I was a kid was Lionsgate Alpha and Omega, and it was just basically a fairy version of Romeo and Juliet, and Hayden Panettiere played the lead role, and that's where my introduction to Hayden Panettiere came in, and I thought, oh my god, she is really beautiful. And then after Alpha and Omega came out, she played Kirby in Scream 4, which was a well-liked received character in Scream 4. She worked on that movie, and that was Wes Craven's last movie before he passed away in 2015. And then she was in a couple of other movies. I think she played in A Bug's Life. She played in some movie called I Love You, Beth Cooper, or something like that. I know the guy who directed the Home Alone movies. Or Chris Columbus, he directed a lot of variety of movies. She was in the show Nashville. She had a hit single on the country radio about 13-ish years ago, and stuff like that. And then kind of went silent. I know she had a kid back in 2014, 2015. She was dating this Russian boxer who beat the shit out of her, and they got divorced, and haven't heard anything of her for a while until Scream 6 happened, where she was in that and all that, and then now she is gone, and I'm like, what happened? So that is just really blows my mind that she's no longer with us, and it's heartbreaking, you know. Usually celebrity deaths, when it's like a young person, I haven't been this upset about a celebrity death since Bill Paxton's death in 2017. And if you know who Bill Paxton is, he was an actor who played in Twister, the original Twister that came out in 1996, which, I'm fascinated about that movie to begin with. He had a small part in James Cameron's Titanic. He was the only actor who got killed by a Terminator, Predator, and aliens. And then he passed away from a botched surgery from a doctor and everything like that. And it's just really heartbreaking that as you get older, you see people that you really like, admire, that pass away. And with Bill Paxton, he was 61. And if he was alive today, he would be in his 70s. But it really breaks my heart with that. And then I don't think anybody ever expected the Hayden Panettiere to pass away while she's in her 30s and everything like that. And it really just, it sucks. It really, really sucks as you get older. You see people that you really admire as a kid, whether they're young, old, or whatever, pass away. Like a few months ago, Devin Chase, who plays in Lilo and Stitch, Spirited Away, and The Ring, she passed away. I don't know if she had meningitis. I don't know. I read different stories where she had meningitis, where she had HIV positive in her blood, but I noticed that she was malnourished. She was skin and bones in that last picture. She was homeless and stuff like that. And she passed away, which was another out of the blue, unexpected you wouldn't think somebody like that young would pass away or anything like that. And then back in September, Charlie Kirk was murdered, but he's not an actor. He just got murdered because he had a different opinion as somebody and everything like that. Cameron Boyce, who passed away in 2019 from a seizure. He was my age, and, you know, he didn't even make it to 21, and that was already a heartbreaking, shocking death and everything like that. And I met his co-star, Boo Boo Stewart, when I went to Missouri Comic-Con. Of course, I didn't say anything about Cameron Boyce at that time, but he was a really nice guy when I met Boo Boo Stewart and everything like that. And then I'm trying to think other people who passed away, you know. There's been several people who passed away, you know, in their 20s and 30s and everything like that. You know, there's the thing with the 27 Club with musicians and actors. Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, Kurt Cobain, Amy Winehouse, Jimi Hendrix, they all passed away at 27. I'm 27 right now, and I just turned 27 in May and everything like that, and I'm happy to be alive, even though this world likes to shit on me a lot. I am really happy to be alive and everything like that. Happy to have a job, happy to make money, happy to have a place to live, happy to have food and everything like that. I wish it could be better. I have all these autographs and pictures of famous people I met all over the wall, but, you know, it's just, you know, I'm getting off track, but still, it's just really heartbreaking that, you know, somebody that, like I said, Hayden Panettiere was, I consider, like, my first celebrity or first childhood crush or whatever like that, and knowing that she passed away is super duper heartbreaking. I never some winds. I didn't even know it was going to rain or anything like that. But still, it's really heartbreaking and everything like that. So I know her brother passed away not long ago, and now she's no longer with us. And the thing about this is, my guess is either has to do with drugs or overdosed, and hopefully didn't come to her being murdered or anything like that. Hopefully we'll find out something eventually. But anyway, rest in peace, Hayden Panettiere. You were such a talented actor. You were such a talented singer. I wish I would have had the opportunity to meet you and everything like that. But it sucks. Again, I'm sorry that this is the video you have to see after 2 weeks of me not making anything. And I just love waking up to bad news first thing in the morning. But hope you guys enjoyed this depressing video. I know next video I have some updates I want to talk about, which I'm not going to go into that right about now. But if you somehow enjoyed this depressing video, leave a comment, leave a like, and everything like that. And hopefully the next video I don't have to make something like this. Take care, guys.